Hey guys, I'm Caitlin, one of the physios here at Carlingford Active Health. I'm going to take you through a 12-minute core workout that is specifically based for rowers. So looking at what exactly you need to make sure that your core is stable for the entirety of your stroke to give you as much power as we possibly can through those movements. So there's going to be 12 different exercises, each will be 45 seconds on and then a 15-second break. Make sure that you take the breaks because you will need them, and you can repeat the workout a second time if you do want that extra bit of a burn. So clear yourself up a space. We're staying on the floor the whole time, so let's get into it. Alrighty. So first exercise we're moving into is our roll up. So what you're going to do is sit with your legs slightly bent, give yourself a little bit. Tuck through that pelvis, so making sure that we keep our ribs connected to our pelvis. And we're going to roll down slowly and then come back up into sitting. All right, let's get going with those 45 seconds. Let's go. So we're slowly rolling down, each vertebra at a time, hitting towards the ground, slowly all the way down. Then at the bottom, re-engage through your core, and we're slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. So really focus on not throwing your body through this movement. So this is slow and controlled to get that core nice and warm, to get us ready for the rest of our movements. You should be exhaling as you go through the movement. Pause for your inhalations at the top and the bottom. Good, we've got just under 15 seconds to go. Should feel a little bit of a shake in that core. Good stuff, guys. For 2, 1, break. Next up, we're going into our sit up to catch. So similar concept. This time you're just going with bent knees. You're going to go down into your sit up, but then as you come up, you're going to go all the way forward into your catch. Now, if you are in a sweep boat, you can go to the side. So let's go into it. So coming all the way down, and then up into the catch and extend into it. As I said, if you row in a sweep boat, take yourself all the way up and rotate over into it. It'll give those obliques a little bit more of a workout, which is what you need, that extra little bit more than in a normal stroke. Keep it strong. Remember, we're not throwing our body through the movement, it's keeping it slow and controlled. Good stuff, guys. You've got 5 seconds to go. Good stuff. Alrighty, next up we've got our V snaps. Now you've got 2 options for the way that you want to do these. You can just start with your kind of boat sit V snaps to give you that explosive core movement, or you can go with straight arms. Okay, so if you go with straight arms, let's go. So you go the bent legs if you can start, or your straight arms, you're all the way down to all the way up. If you feel you need to, once again, just alternate between them so you can go back to a couple of the bent knees. Really focus on the movement coming in from that core more than anything. If not, alternate back to your straight leg as well. So you extend and snap yourself up. Both a little bit hard. Should start to feel that core switch on. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Beautiful. Next up, we're moving into a little bit more oblique based work. So you're going to come down onto the ground, and we're going to do 22 seconds of each alternate foot to hand. So extending out through the right hand and the left leg, and you're going to crunch up to tap and back down, to tap and back down. So you should feel the compression in your obliques. Good stuff. Really squeeze through and changing sides. So the important thing is that you're not throwing your head up and down as you do this movement. It's primarily coming from your core and then a little bit with the arm and the leg. So you think about lifting your shoulder blade off the ground, not lifting your head up off the ground. Good, have your break. And next up, we're moving into our windshield wipers, so a little bit more oblique work. So having yourself lying all the way down to the ground, hands out by your side. You can choose to go palms down or palms up. I prefer palms down. Starting with our legs bent in our tabletop position, core engaged. We swing ourselves across to one side as far as you can control. Engage through your core to bring yourself back to the middle. And the other way. Back to the middle. Now if that's feeling a little bit easy, straighten up those legs and drop them down as far as you can control. And back into the center. Good. Try and keep both of your shoulders on the ground throughout the movement. And don't forget to breathe. It's an exhalation through the hard movements. Good, have a break. Keep on going with our oblique side of things. We're going into our side plank lifts. Now you have options of how you would want to do these, on your knees or on your feet. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to show you your knees first. We're on, you're just lifting and lowering. So engaging through the bottom half of your core to lift and lower. Lift and lower. If that's feeling a little bit easy, you can feel free to go into those straight legs and tap to lift, tap to lift. Whatever you feel most comfortable to do. So remembering there's bent knees and there's straight knees. Now the important thing is you've got to remember that this shouldn't be going through your back. This should be through your obliques on the bottom half of your body. So if you're feeling a little bit too much through your back, then you need to just bring yourself back down onto your knees and feel your core engaged properly. Next up, we're going to hold ourselves into that side plank position and bring in a rotation-based movement, okay? I'm going to stay down on my knees for this one, but as I said, feel free to go up onto your toes. It's completely fine to go for that little bit of an extra level. Alrighty, let's stay up, engage through the bottom half, and we're going to tuck it under and back up. Really squeeze through your core. Now in both the bent knee and the straight leg, what I do want you to also focus on is your rotation can in fact bring your hips up a little bit. So it's going to put a lot of load through that shoulder as well. And squeeze through the core. Yeah, good. So keep on pushing it through there, really feel your core engage and get that squeeze through rotation to get your obliques switching on. Good stuff, we're into our break. Next we're moving into what's called a plank roll-up movement. So, you're gonna walk through these steps with me because it's a little bit different to your normal plank. So come lying down onto the ground, elbows are tucked underneath our shoulders. We go neck first, push our chest away, and then slowly roll up to where your thighs are still kind of on the ground, and then lower back down. So you should feel your core really engaged through this one. So head, puff the chest back, then roll yourself up. Now if you're comfortable rolling up onto your knees, you can go all the way up onto your knees. But if you start to feel it through your back, then just stay to where your thighs are on the ground. Good. For the last 10 seconds, we're going to hold up, so let's find our top position and hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Beautiful. All right, guys, we have 4 exercises to go. You're almost there. It's 2/3 of the way through. So next up, we're going into our crossbody mountain climbers. So find yourself into that plank position, holding it at the top of your plank, and we're going to move slowly through our movement. All right? So we're in that plank, slowly drawing your right knee to your left shoulder, your left elbow, and back again. Slowly draw it across and back. Really dip yourself into the movement a little bit. So the more that you can push yourself forward into the movement, the more that you're going to get out of it. Good stuff, guys. You've got 10 seconds to go. And break. Beautiful. We've got one more in that kind of same position. We're going for a bear hold with arm lifts, okay? So I'll give you 2 options to work with that because You want to make sure your core stays engaged for this one, otherwise you're going to rock all over the place. So we're coming into our 4-point kneel. Nice flat back, tuck your toes underneath and hover yourself up. Now you can feel free to stay just in that hovered position, and that can be enough to get you going to start with. If you're ready for the next level though, just an alternate shoulder tap. Yeah? So this will get quads, core, everything switching on. But you want to focus on not rocking your body from side to side as you do it. As we head into our last 15 seconds, if you want an extra challenge, it's a full arm lift. Keeping yourself nice and steady, nice and stable through that core. Really keep it locked on. Good stuff. Woo! We're on to our last 2 exercises, and then there's just the planks on the other side. So keeping it nice and simple to finish ourselves off. So we're just going into those plank lifts to start with, as I said. Can go hop onto your toes or stay down on your knees, wherever you're more comfortable and where you feel your core properly engage. So the important thing, as I said before, if you pick to do the level on your knees, it doesn't mean it's less of a level. It could just mean this is the best place for your core to activate. So this is where I feel my obliques activating the most without any back activation, which is the purpose of this exercise. So I'm choosing to stay here and focus on my core working, as opposed to having other muscles switch on to give it that extra hand that it doesn't need. But if you're feeling very comfortable and your core switches on much better than mine, feel free to jump up onto your toes. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Beautiful. We've got that thread the needle to finish yourself off. So as I said, if you come down into it, feel free to lift those hips up a little bit more. Otherwise, you can just go through the rotation. We're on in 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring yourself up. We rotate. Feel the squeeze through your obliques. Big squeeze. Good stuff. Now, as I said, you can go up onto your toes, so your toe option is extend yourself all the way up, and then we tuck ourselves up and squeeze through that. Good stuff, guys. We're here for 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job, guys. There's your 12 minutes done for that core workout for rowers. If you're feeling like you just want that a little bit extra, start the video back from the start. It'll be really great for you to just keep going through it again. Alrighty, there's more content on our YouTube for rowers, so feel free to check those out. Go to some workouts that are looking at more of your power-based work and a full strength workout, and then looking at how to replicate your stroke with the power band, as you can't really be on the water at the moment, but it's good to build your strength that way as well. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. It's 9873 2770. Check out more content on our YouTube or find us on Facebook or Instagram. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.